Welcome back, listeners.
Welcome,
wow.
welcome.
Yeah, we just been such hot debate and conversation.
Yeah, we're getting
musical
heated
break.
there.
Well, let us introduce you to our wonderful guests, our brother Ayo Benson. Hey, welcome.
Thank you, Glennis. I'm very excited to be here.
Okay, a little background about brother Ayo. By profession, he's a chartered accountant. With an MBA from Oxford in the United Kingdom, so we're in the presence of royalty, so to speak. And his background is in the corporate environment, and he spent many years in the environment. And after spending so many years, he wanted to devote the rest of his career to helping entrepreneurs and have become a business coach. So, you know that we're interested with that, and we're going to learn a lot about that from a business coach. And he wants to help people get exponential results without the stress of working 70 to 90 hours a week. I'm going to repeat that, 70 to 90 hours a week. People who are maybe in a 9 to 5 cannot comprehend that, but people who are working for themselves can, because basically the clock doesn't stop. There's no clocking in or clocking out. Dark night doesn't make any difference. When you've got a deadline to meet, you've got something to make, you've got to do, you keep on going until it's done. So I'm going to pass it over to Brother Ayo Benson to tell us about himself and his journey and bring us up to where we are today.
Thank you for those kind words, Glennis. I'm really blushing. Can you see?
That melanin blush.
Black man does blush.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Ayo Benson, as you've said. I've worked in the corporate environment for so many years, and I trained so hard to become a chartered accountant. And I just, sometimes we need to reflect about our lives. I just looked at myself and I asked myself the question: is this what it is all about? You work 30 days, then you get credited with a lot of money, and then you come back and do the same next month. So where is my impact? So I felt I could be making much more impact, especially within our community. What I did first was I wrote a book called Gold Mine of Your Mind, Your Fast Track to Abundance. It's a 300-page book that it talks about getting your mind right for you to actually get anything right in your life. I've received a lot of great feedbacks about the book. People that have read the book and have actually turned their life around just because of that. So today I want to talk to our people about business. In our community, you find out that there are a lot of graduates. It's not that we're not educated, even though they want to believe that we aren't. We're very, very educated, but we don't have the same kind of opportunities that other people have. What I want to say to our people is graduates that are doing cleaning jobs, graduates that are doing carer's job. These are fantastic jobs if that's what you want to do. But if you have gone to school, you read accounting, or you read, philosophy, whatever you've read, you need to operate in that area to maximize your value. Today, I want to encourage people to go into business. There are so many opportunities out there today that I can tell you, there are places I can tell you to go that you can start a business tomorrow.
Okay.
There are things you can do to start a business tomorrow. Without a website, right? You can start an online business tomorrow selling one product. Selling just one product. I'll give you an example of one of my clients. She was introduced to me by one of the other clients, and she came to me I didn't want to take her up at the time because one, I was busy. Secondly, she didn't fit into the profile of my regular clients. But she said, look, I'll do anything you want me to do. So I took a look at her and I looked into her eyes. I could see that she was determined. I said, okay, let's try. We started with a business plan. She was selling wigs and all these hair products that you women love. And she was in a very small shop. She was barely able to pay her rent. And I told her, I said, why aren't you online? Because you're just selling hair products. It can easily be delivered. People can buy it and it's delivered to your customers. You don't even need to do anything. We built a plan for her. Now she orders from, to cut a long story short, she orders from China, right? When they deliver, they don't even deliver to our shops. They deliver straight to Amazon.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
And then people go on our website to buy, right? And Amazon will go and deliver it on her behalf. She doesn't even touch the product.
Mm.
Last year, her turnover was £400,000.
Wow.
This year, she will probably make about 700,000. And she doesn't touch the product.
Yes.
You understand? So from one small shop,
Yes.
right? Now when she's sleeping, she's making money.
That's what we like to hear.
Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people in our community, pick one thing. Pick one thing you can sell, and let me give you where you can go. You can have a website tomorrow. You don't need anybody to build any website for you. Go to Shopify. If anybody has a pen, go to Shopify. Shopify, you just put your name there. You just register, and they'll give you a website that will do everything for you, even including payments.
Wow, that's good.
So that was what my clients used. So pick one thing that you love. It could be sunglasses. It could be household item, and there are ways you can actually set it up that you don't need to touch anything, including your marketing. We call it automated marketing system. There are systems that we can set it up for you. You place your advert on Facebook, people register, then you engage with them with newsletters, 2 or 3 newsletters before you even ask them to buy anything from you. By the time you ask them to buy things from you, they already build trust in you.
Yes.
And that makes that sale very easy. And all of this, you can automate it.
Wow.
You prepare it and implement it once, right? And then you can sit down. And maybe you come back every 2 weeks and check, is everything going all right?
Yes.
Or you look at your mail and check and reply to it. So some of our people, we are not aware of opportunities like this.
That's the thing.
And people are waking up 4 a.m., they're doing a job they don't like, but they haven't got the direction or help. Everything in life is about the right opportunity at the right time.
Yes.
Right? The right opportunity at the right time. If you do the right thing at the wrong time, it's not gonna work. Now is the right time to get in, because it's gonna become crowded. It's already crowded anyway. But when I help my clients, we're always like 2-3 steps ahead
Right.
of everybody else, because we are in the business of helping people. So we're 2-3 steps ahead of the game, so that if we're coaching anybody, we already know what's coming next before it comes, right? And we already implement it for you in your business. So that's what I want to encourage people to do. Now, into the real business itself. Business plan is not something you produce to get money and then you put in your drawer. I think I've said that before. When you do a business plan, when I do business plan for my clients, right? It's to such a detail that I'm not the one that will do everything.
Yeah.
I will guide them that you have a plan for 3 years, you have a plan for 1 year, you have a plan for 1 quarter, you have a plan for 1 month, you have a plan for 1 week, you have a daily plan.
A daily plan.
Right? So most entrepreneurs, when they wake up in the morning, they're wondering, what am I going to do today? Which is why people are working 70, 90 hours a week, because they're busy doing busy work.
They haven't structured it.
They're doing busy work. Work that is probably interesting to them, but not productive. It's not going to bring revenue. Right? So they get bogged down into minor things. You know, I say they major in minor things. So I tell my clients, I say, in a day, because I really can't help everybody, which is why I'm coming on a radio like this to give people guidance, is when you starting a day, get 3 most important things that if you've done it for the day, you can pat yourself and say, well, I've done well today. Pick 3 tasks.
I like
Pick
that.
3 tasks. Don't go and pick 10
Overwhelm
important,
yourself.
and overwhelm yourself, because you just gonna burn out. You're just gonna burn out. So what I promised Barbara is I'm gonna give 5 businesses.
Listen, audience, listen.
I'm gonna give 5 businesses 2 hours of coaching free of charge.
2 hours of coaching.
2 hours of coaching free of charge. You must already have a business that you're doing, and I'll give you the roadmap to follow to either expand the business very, very rapidly, or take the business online, or automate your marketing, or automate your procedures.
Fantastic.
Because sometimes people do things haphazardly, right? Why big businesses are successful is they are what we call systems, right? The owner of the businesses are like maybe 10 million shareholders. They're not there to supervise the business. So if you're running a small business, right, if you have what I call good structure in place, you don't need to be there 100%. Even if you're a one-man show, right, you don't need to be holding the business in your hand 100% of the time. You can automate your processes, you can automate your marketing, now you can automate your procedures. You know, like that woman, all she does, you know, that my client I made the example of, all she does is she just ordered from China, right? That's her major work. Just place an order, right? Place an order, it's delivered to Amazon. Amazon will do the donkey work. Amazon takes a little bit of, you know, cut. But at the end of the day, if you're selling 1,000 products a month, you know, even if you're making £5 on each,
that's a lot.
It's something good. So whatever business you have, know this, you must have a plan. Break the plan down into action plan. Our action plan is, what are you going to do day to day, week to week, month to month, quarter to quarter, and year to year. Very simple, but very, very effective. Because if you don't have a direction of where you're going, if you don't have a goal, as to some people, they just do buying and selling. They don't have projection, they don't have a plan of, this is the amount I'm actually planning to make by the end of this year, which is setting goals, right? If you don't do that, you just move from one place to the other, you're not going to get the result. Even if you get the result by accident, you fritter it away, because it's not in your consciousness, it's not in your radar. And another thing I think I said this before, it's about beliefs. This is I'm sure you listened to that in my book, right?
One of the key things, I think, for me as an individual is, and I think for many people as well, it's okay to think about going into business and trying to do all the planning and all the kind of what you've just broken down. But if your mindset in this start of it isn't even matching
Yeah.
being in business, then you're not going to, it's going to be a hard battle.
That's
So does it not go back to actually all the planning and all the system?
I put that forward because people are expecting to hear that.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about beliefs. Because, like I said earlier, if your business today is generating 100,000 per annum and you plan to generate 1 million by the end of the year, right? That will freak your mind out. Why? Because our mind is supposed to keep us alive. And there is always danger when something is new, right? There is always danger when something is new or unknown, right? So, so if you go set a big goal, you must match your mindset with that big goal, right? If you don't, you take 2 steps forward, you take 1 step backward, because your mind is trying to protect you from harm, right? It's not interested in you being successful. All it's interested in is keeping you alive.
Right.
Yeah, all because, well, and it is sensible from the point of view of evolution that is its primary role, because if you don't have life, you're not going to have anything else. So it wants to protect you. Like when you invited me to come here, you know, my mind may say, you don't even know where it is. You know, some people, you know, some business people, there are events they can go to, but they're petrified, right? So you need to get your mind right. How do you get your mind right?
Yes,
I promise you today that I'm gonna give one of my book away. I want Glennis to decide.
Plus 2 hours of free coaching and a book.
Yeah, I'm gonna give one book away, Gold Mine of Your Mind, Your Fast Track to Abundance. It's a very fantastic book. Everything to know about how to do business is in that book. I poured everything into that book. And I also address this issue of belief system. The question of belief, the question of money and your belief system. That was the audio I sent to you. Because the book is an audio book. It's also in paperback. It's an ebook. So I'll give one away. Glennis decide which caller you're gonna give it to.
What we normally do, isn't it? We get people
so in that
question.
In that book, I explain how you can match your mindset with your goals. Right? How you can match your mindset with your goals. Because we're all powerful. You see, when you get a new idea, the first question you should ask yourself is, how would my insecurity manifest when pursuing this goal? How will my insecurity manifest in pursuing this goal? Right? For most people, they'll say, it's possible for other people, but not me. Right?
Yeah.
That's the answer I get from most of my clients. They will think, oh, it's possible for other people, but it's not for them. But why is it not for you? Why not? You know, you are as valuable to the universe as any other individual in the world.
Absolutely.
Right? And if you look at, you know, most of the millionaires, they're not better than you, they're not smarter than you, they're not stronger than you. You know, it's a question of mindset. Now, let me give you a clue how to reverse that. There's something called visualization. Visualization is seeing what you want to create in your mind's eye and do the details in your imagination of what is it like. And do that repeatedly over a period. What that is doing is you're trying to collaborate with your mind, right? Because the mind loves familiarity. The mind loves familiarity. And where the mind steers you away from your goal is when it is new and big and unknown and uncertain, right? But if you visualize it over time, then your mind will be familiar with it. Then when you start taking actions towards it, your mind will not steer you away from it, right? The person who it's not my idea. Is the person who brought this about is the man who asked Napoleon Hill to write Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
Andrew Carnegie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrew Carnegie was taken from Scotland at the age of 9 to US. To cut a long story short, he became a multi. I think by the time he sold his business, he sold it for.
What?
Yeah, that was 100 years ago. He wasn't educated, so he made all that money, and he said what he wanted to share with the world is how did he make that money. So he asked Napoleon Hill to write that book. I've read that book like 100 times. Because of that book, I've read over 1,000 books. Because I kept looking for where is the magic, where is the new thing, where is the new idea, you know. So I've been curious like that. So it was Andrew Carnegie who brought that about. That he was one that popularized it. He probably read it somewhere as well. So, and he built most of the libraries in the Western world with his money. It was said that when he died, they found a note in his drawer that said, I wrote the note at 19, that he spent half his life accumulating a lot of money, and will spend half of his life giving it all away. And he did. And when he died, he had 30 million pounds left from the 500 million, and he gave it to charity. So he died with no money at all. So if that doesn't inspire you, I don't know what will. So, and another important thing for our people to do is don't keep an idea in your head forever. Don't wait till you have all the answers. Right? Start the business, start the idea, start writing the book. You wouldn't get all the answers. Nobody does, right? Even big giant country. When J.F. Kennedy said, "Oh, we will go to the moon," they didn't have a clue how to do it, right? They didn't have a clue how to do it, so they started from where he said it, and they started planning it, right? You know, there was no shame or fear that what if we couldn't do it? What would that be like? They didn't think that way. So if you have a goal or you have an idea, start it immediately. The moment you start, from my experience and experience of my clients, is the moment you start to find better tools along the line. You start to find better tools along the line. There is a process called, have you heard commitment? Heard commitment. Have you heard courage? Have you heard capability?
Yes.
Have you heard confidence?
Yeah.
Okay, those four, you need those four to do anything, right? Commitment is the starting point, because it's commitment that will get you to go register the company, right? It's commitment that will get you to go buy the stock, right? Because if you're not committed, if you didn't start with commitment, you're not gonna go to courage, right? So it's step by step like that, and courage is tough, right? It's not even big act of courage, right? You know, for somebody, we were talking earlier about networking. You know, you're running a business, you go to an event, you see a lot of people, you're petrified to talk to other people. That's courage. Those are small courage.
Yes.
You know, now, when you go there, you talk to somebody, and they, you know, response to you, you know, beyond your expectation, and you got their business card, and you get a business from there, and say, okay, now you've developed a capability, right? Because next time you go to an event, it's unlikely that you're gonna be paralyzed, right? You've got that going. Now you know how to network, right? Right? So from your capability, you get to confidence. Confidence is great. You know, some people will say, "Oh, how come you know how to do everything? You're an accountant, you're a writer, you're a business coach." I said, it wasn't as if I was born with all those skills. I learned them, and you learn them by commitment. Some of my colleagues, about 6 actually of my colleagues, they've written books after mine.
Wow.
Right? And they said I inspire them. Because it's not a big deal. If A can do it, so can you. If Joe can do it, so can you. So start. Have commitment. Have courage. Have capability. Have confidence. Then if you have those 4 in place, anything you're starting, just write those 4 down and take them step by step by step by step, and you get to confidence, you're on the road, and you get your result. I can keep on going and going, so please stop me.
So you're a business coach?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you do face-to-face? How do you provide your service, for want of a better word?
Providing the service is very easy. I have a lot of clients at the moment. What I do most times is my clients referring other clients to me.
No. How do you do your? Is it face to face?
Yeah. Sometimes it's face to face. Sometimes it's by Zoom.
Okay.
Zoom.
Yes.
It's by Zoom. And another thing I want to say quickly is, as a business coach, now if you're running a business and you have personal problem, right? If I give you the best strategy in the world, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna follow it, right? That's why I got into business coaching, because it's not just about strategy; it's also about the person behind the business. There was an interview I did for a newspaper, and the headline they wrote was, "Fixing a business problem without fixing the person behind it is fruitless."
Oh yes, that's right. It's fruitless. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. So that was the headline the newspaper used. So I am very, very particular about that. Is the person must be right. The person must be right in no ramification. So I dig and dig and dig into, who are you? I want to know my clients. Yeah. So I know them in and out. I know what their weaknesses are. I know what their strengths are. I know when to, be hard on them. So sometimes you have to be hard on your clients for people to actually take it seriously and change their lives. Yeah. Because we are like smart rats. We don't want to work. If we're given, we'll sleep till 10 if we have all the money in the world, right? So people and accountability is very important as well. If you write your business plan, nobody is looking after it for you. Nobody is saying, "Have you done this and this and this and that?" You're likely going to procrastinate, right? You procrastinate, and then you don't make the calls. You don't go to the events. I'll go next week. So all of that, I help my clients with that. And when they set a plan, I always say, review your plan at the end of the day. Wow. Review your plan at the end of the day, because what that would throw, it sounds simple, it's so powerful, I can tell you. Even those people working in organizations, if you have your plan in the morning and you review it at the end of the day, you'll be ahead of your peers very, very quickly. I'm not even saying review your plan so that you can beat yourself up for not doing some things. Just review the plan to see what's missing. It will tell you whether your day had been productive or not. And if it isn't, tomorrow you're going to do better. Because life is about small improvements over and over and over again. Let's take, for instance, if you improve only one area daily in your life, In 1 year, you will have improved 365 areas.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that.
So people must review. The reason why I'm giving you all of this is I want people to go away and go and manage their life in a way that's going to work for them.
So can I ask you, I mean, you've given so much food just in that like half an hour. I'm literally been writing the notes down.
Yes.
And you know, as you're doing it, you're answering. So I'm thinking, oh, I want to ask this, but then you've answered it in your thing. So it's like, you know, understanding it's similar to it, like what a coach. What is a coach, and what are they there to do for you, and is to bring out the best in you. So what are the key things, would you say, why I would need a business coach?
Okay, well, that's a very, very brilliant question. Let me give you this small example. You know the CEO of Google, Eric Smith, about 15 years ago, somebody suggested to him, I said, go get yourself a coach. He said, me, I'm the best CEO in the world. What do I need a coach for, right? And that person pestered him and he got a coach. And he's now advocating that if you're in business, go get a business coach, right? He's advocating that because he said that has improved him tremendously. It's not about what the coach is teaching him to do. It's about accountability. Accountability is you set out to do something, and somebody is looking over your shoulder, whether you've done it or not. I don't care how good you are. Even Henry Ford, all the big hitters, they still have their weaknesses, right? So if you have a coach, your coach, it's not just any coach. Let me just get that clear, because the word coach is now being overused, and everybody's jumping up. They haven't done anything with their lives and jumping up. They say they are coach this or coach that. You know, I was careful in describing myself as a coach. That's why I made it clear I'm a business coach. In doing business coaching, I also help people with their lives, because I know in and out what makes someone performs and what will stop them from performing. And it's not just intellect, it's not just physical activities, it's about building good habits. Let me talk quickly about good habits. Take this away. Whatever you're doing, wake up 5 a.m. every day. If you want to be a world-class performer, wake up 5 a.m. every day. What are you gonna do? I'll just give you quickly. Barbara is telling me that that's not possible.
My face is going, I do that anyway, and I'm always tired.
The thing is, why? The reason is at 5 a.m. the world is asleep. You take 1 hour, you break it down into 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes, be quiet. Some people call it meditation. Be quiet, clear your mind of any thoughts, right? And just be. Okay? Then the next 20 minutes, learn something. Learn something. It could be about your business, it could be about your interests, it could be about personal growth, it could be about anything. You know, spend 20 minutes learning something you love. The remaining 20 minutes, exercise. I know some people will say, where will I get time for that? To be honest, and I will tell you why it is powerful. That 20 minutes exercise, make it rigorous exercise. You could do it 10 minutes if you want, or if you're short of time. The way it works, it produces certain hormones in your body, feel good hormones in your body. And when you're happy, you make the right decision, you attract good from the universe, you attract good vibration from the universe, and you'll be energized. I can promise you that. This is the routine I follow. You'll be energized throughout the day, and your food will be digested quicker, right? And ideas will come to you. Okay? and always have breakfast. Always have breakfast. So do that morning routine. Now, let me warn you that, doing that routine, you need to do it for 66 days for it to become part and parcel of your habits. Anything you want to, because performers, if you see the artists, the Usain Bolt and all of them, they're not waking up 4:30 or 4 a.m. that they wake up and struggle out of bed. If that is the way they do it, they will quit, right? They are used to it. They form the habit. So when it's 4 a.m. they jump out of bed, they're off. They don't even think about it. So be the same, be an athlete in your own world. Be an athlete performer in your own profession, in your own business. So that's a clue. So if there is anything you want to change, change it immediately and automate it. The moment you've done it for 66 days, University College of London actually brought about that that solution that, for you to implement a habit that will stay with you for the long time, you need to do it for 66 days. So that's a good habit. And if you have a business, then plan what you're gonna do the night before. Don't plan it on the day. The reason is you need a lot of energy to make decisions. Yeah? You need a lot of energy to make decisions. So if you expend your energy in making decisions in the morning, you wouldn't have energy enough to implement them. So do your planning the day before so that when you wake up, after you exercise and you've bathed, you jump on the first task that you ought to do for the day, and then you roll on from there. You just win after win after win. Another clue is if you wake up in the morning, make your bed. That's your first win. That's yeah. So you started the day on a winning note, and when you come back tired in the night, your bed is already made anyway. So I've lows and lows. So about business coaching. If you get a good coach, your business can explode 100 times, 200 times, 300 times. I've seen it with my clients. It's not because they are much smarter than before. They're doing the right thing. Because Peter Drucker said, efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness is doing the right thing. Most business people aren't doing the right thing. They might be efficient, but they aren't doing the right thing. And if you aren't doing the right thing, you're not going to get the right result. So it's very, very important that people are effective, and a coach will help you do that. And a coach like me, with my accounting background, business background, being an entrepreneur, being an author, so I've done it all, and that's why I'm giving your listeners, 5 of them, 2 hours free session to transform their business. Maybe you take their names and invite them back in 1 year's time and ask them what has changed. And then we'll see what happens from there.
So listeners, how we're going to run this is you need to send us, so the first 5 people that email us on moneymobinfo@gmail.com. I'll repeat that. The first 5 people that email us on moneymobinfo@gmail.com will get 2 hours business coaching with Ayo Benson. So when you send the email, your name, your contact number, please. So the first 5 that email,
and their business,
and the details of their business. Yes, but you have to be in business, not thinking about it. You actually need to be in business. So we need your full name, a contact telephone number, and the business that you're in and how long you've been in business as well, please. So the first 5 that get to send us an email will be able to spend 2 hours with Ayo Benson, and we spent 45 minutes and our heads are exploding. So
Fantastic.
hey, you've heard it, you know what's in store.
Excellent.
Also, Ayo is giving away a copy of his book.
Okay, look.
It's called The Gold Mine of Your Mind, Your Fast Track to Abundance. So I'll say it again. The gold mine of your mind, your fast track to abundance. Right, so Aya is giving one
And
copy.
Aya is going to oppose the first person to get the question. You're going to give us a question.
Okay, a question. Okay, do you want me to take a question from the book or just a question from...
That your talk today, something related that's spoken
okay.
today.
I think the question will be, what was the advice I gave about what you do the first thing in the morning? Right? That's a good one, right? So that we know that they're listening.
I find it.
What was, so can you repeat the question, please?
The first thing to do when they wake up in the morning.
What is the first?
The free 20 minutes.
The 3 20 minutes.
What was the
Well,
first
I've got
thing
it.
to do
But I've got my copy.
first thing in the morning? What is the first thing to do in the morning? So listeners, right, yet again, email us on. So the question is, what is the first thing to do in the morning? Is that correct?
First 3 things
The
to do
first
the first
three.
1 hour.
Right. What are the first 3 things to do in the morning? And if you were listening keenly, the little clue is you spend 20 minutes on each.
Yes.
That's the clue. So the first 3 things to do in the morning. So the first person to email us on moneymobinfo@gmail.com will be the winner. And we'll announce that when we've got the winner. So I hope you took notes and you listened keenly. And if you wasn't sure, put something down anyway to show that you're interested and you're keen. So we at least know that you're keen and that you listen and you got something from it. So Ayo, how can people get hold of you?
My number is 07939 5053 or Facebook.
Sorry, I missed the number there. Can you repeat the number, please?
Okay, 07939 5053.
Right, I got that.
And my Facebook is Ayo Benson 44. Ayo Benson 44. That's facebook.com/Ayo Benson 44. Ayo is spelled AYOBNSON 44 @yahoo.com. That's my email address actually. But my Facebook is Ayo Benson 44. That's facebook.com/Ayo Benson 44. Just send me a message.
Yeah. So listeners, I'm going to repeat the details again. So to get hold of Aya by telephone, get your pens ready. It's 07939 5053. So that's 07939 5053. And for those of you on Facebook, if you go to Ayo Benson 44, get in contact, look him up, check him out. We've heard him.
Yeah,
he's wonderful.
advice.
We are Money Mob is going to be working with
you,
because
Ayo.
he's offered his help, and we're going to grab it. And after hearing him, hey, there's no way.
Definitely.
No way at all.
Relationship, we build relationships.
Fantastic.
It's amazing. I mean, I'm into business. I've been in business 2 years, self-employed. I've been employed for X amount of years, and I'm still going through a transition 2 years down the line because of 30 years of being employed to get into that.
Right.
It doesn't come overnight. It's not easy. I have to work at it, and that's because I've got a mentor and a coach, and I've always said you need to have somebody supporting you because it's not an easy road, as the song says. It's hard. You need that support, that guidance. Somebody you could be accountable for, somebody can push you when you need a push, etc. Because it's needed. Very few of us are self-motivated enough all the time. We may have moments of self-motivation, but like anything else, we need a constant injection of goodness, constant injection of motivation, support, guidance, etc. to keep us along the way. So, like what Aya said, find the right person for you. There's many people out there. Some are less experienced than others, some are on point. So just find the right one that you can connect with, because without that connection, it's not really going to work. So go out and find that, speak to that person. If you hear them speaking, go to one of their events and feel the person. You need to really feel your coach or your mentor, and then you can work out whether or not you can actually, work with them.
Yeah, that's very important, because you've got to find someone you connect with,
Right.
Because I don't take all clients. If the way I test is, I'd say, go and do this one thing and come back to me tomorrow, right? If they don't come back to me tomorrow, I'm not taking that client because they're not gonna get results, and I don't associate with failures.
Oh, right. I hear that.
So, yeah.
Wow. So basically, we've come to the end of the show. It's gone so quickly. It's unbelievable. Oh, I mean, thank you, Ayo. And thank you for offering your 5 hours, your 2 hours to 5 people, and plus your book. Please, people, action. Be proactive.
Yeah.
When people are giving you help and advice for free, take it, grab it, embrace it. Don't let it go.
Let's
Don't
give
let it
back
pass
to
you
our
by.
community.
That's right.
Yeah.
Giving back support to hear us, supporting and giving back. So hey,
Well
Mr. Barbara.
done. Lovely. That's been so inspiring. So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I look forward to
Thank you for
working
inviting
with
me.
you.
So listeners, yet again.
Thank you, listeners.
Thank you. Give thanks. Wishing you a wonderful week ahead and enjoy that sun. Get out there and lap it up.
On that note.
That's what I intend to do. So take care for now. Bye.
Bye. Greetings. Well done.
Fantastic.
Well done. Excellent.
Yeah, thank
We
you
look
for
forward to
inviting
working
me.
with you.
Yeah, absolutely.